A few years ago, my marriage came to an end. I was 45, my ex-husband 42. From the outside, we looked like a normal couple. We both worked full-time, earned good salaries, and shared a comfortable life with our kids. But inside our home, things were falling apart. Money was the biggest issue. My husband had full access to my bank account and phone. He always knew exactly how much I earned and what I spent, but I never had access to his accounts. At first, I trusted him, but then I noticed money disappearing. Bills kept piling up, and somehow I ended up paying more and more of our expenses. I even gave him money to cover his own bills. When I asked questions, he avoided them. He always promised we could afford everything. After the divorce, I finally learned the truth. He had taken out a huge loan behind my back. Money he spent on cars, TVs, PlayStations, clothes, and luxuries I never even wanted. While I tried to keep things practical, he lived like money grew on trees. I felt betrayed. But it wasn't only about finances. He belittled me, pressured me into intimacy, and treated me like I was less. Over time, my self-esteem faded. For years, I stayed quiet, until I finally decided I couldn't do it anymore. I wanted a divorce, but divorcing him didn't make life easier. For a while, we still lived under the same roof, which turned out to be a huge mistake. He hacked my phone, invaded my privacy, and accessed all of my social media accounts. Every time I tried to move forward, he made sure to ruin it. When I began dating again, he stalked my partners, harassed them, even created fake dating profiles using their numbers. One man was targeted so badly, he had strangers calling him at night. And eventually, he broke things off with me. My ex even threatened to show up at people's homes. It was terrifying. One night, I was at a party, trying to enjoy myself. My ex somehow found out where I was and started calling over and over. When I answered, he screamed at me, threatened to come to the party, and said he'd hurt everyone there. My daughter, who was at home with him, overheard the shouting. She called me crying, begging me to come home because she thought her dad was going to hurt me. That was one of the most heartbreaking moments of my life. Through all of this, I stayed calm. He cursed me, called me names, wished horrible things upon me. He mocked me after my father passed away, laughing that I didn't have parents to support me like he did. His cruelty was endless, but for the sake of my children, I kept my cool. If I had broken down or lashed out, I would have lost. Eventually, his rage caught up with him. At a school event, he completely lost control. Shouting, swearing, frightening everyone around him. People called child protection services, and that was the turning point. I was finally granted sole custody of our children. He still sees them every other weekend, but his time is limited, and he pays only partial child support through the court. Now, he has a new fiancée. I've met her once. I smiled, greeted her politely, but later she sent me long, angry messages. She accused me of being insane, of being a bad mother, of ruining his finances. She told me I should spend all the child support money on vacations and hobbies, as if I don't already spend every penny on raising our kids. I answered her once, bluntly, and then I blocked her. Today, my kids are safe, loved, and thriving. They're funny, kind, and full of life. And while those years after divorce were some of the darkest times I've ever faced, I survived. I lived like a doormat, sacrificing my own peace just so my children could keep their father in their lives. But I came out stronger. My ex may never change, but I have. And now, I'm finally free to live life on my terms, with my kids, with love, and with hope.